fucking hands up. Fucking hands up. Detroit basketball.
What's going on, y'all? We still watching the game. Just came here early. This game been over. It was over since the first quarter. So, oh man, feels good to be in here with you guys. Score watching right now. I'm gonna let a couple of more people come in here before we get started. Currently, it's 5 minutes, 49 seconds left in this game. Posted a prediction on Twitter, man. I just knew the Pistons would come out and, make a message this game after that losing streak that we've been on. most definitely was looking for a 30 to 40 piece tonight. Let's go to Twitter right quick. See what's going on. So I'm score watching right now, and I don't know if you guys are aware because I know a lot of you guys are watching the Pistons right now. But if you know me, I'm keeping tabs on scores. Some of our competitors in the Eastern Conference, I'm keeping tabs on everything. And right now, history is probably getting ready to happen. It's already historic, but so the Miami Heat right now are going up against Washington. And listen to these numbers. Listen to these numbers, y'all. 144 to 119 is the score. 2 minutes left, right? You think, oh, okay, you just blew out, a bad team. It happens, right? Listen to this. Bam Adebayo. I'm gonna give you the numbers first before what he scored so far. So Bam is 20 for 43. He's 30 for 37 from the free throw line, 7 for 22 from 7 for 22 from the 3-point line. Bam has played 40 minutes and he has 77 points and 9 rebounds right now for the Miami Heat. 77 points and 9 rebounds. Bam Adebayo. This man has taken 22 3-point shots tonight. What the heck is going on? What is going on in this game, bro? 77 points from your center. And this man has taken 22 shots. Let's pull this up. I'm going to go ahead and pull up ESPN because I want to show you guys, man. I am not fibbing right now. This is insane. Let's go with ESPN, even though I hate ESPN. 77 points from the center, taking 22 3-pointers is insane. That is insane work, man. Miami Heat, here we go. Box scores. All right, so let me share the screen with y'all. We're going to share this screen. Let's pull up ESPN. Boom. All right, here we go. Washington. Here's the score at the top. 146-119. Washington. Here you are. Bam. 79 points. 79 points and counting. This man is trying to go after Kobe's 82 points. 79 points from Bam, bro. Like what? Like what are we doing? What is this? I said 82, 81 points. I'm tripping. But when I looked at it, you know what I'm saying? I seen the points. I'm like, okay, he just beasting. They ain't, they not doing nothing down low. Nothing to try to stop this man down low. They must got a point guard down there. It must have been some injuries or something. And then when I seen the 3-point percentage, I said, what in the entire hell is going on in this league where centers are shooting 22 3-point shots? That makes me think, man, what if Isaiah Stewart shot 22 3-pointers, man? How many points do y'all think he would have if he shot 22 3-pointers, man? As hot as he's been lately, 7 for 22. Cade ain't even getting up those type of numbers, bro. What is going on? What is going on in this league, man? 79 points. Let me hit refresh. He might go to the free throw line or something like that, bro. But he's almost 50% from, field goal. Like I say, he's 20 for 43. He's almost 50%. Besides that, and the Max Crosby ordeal that just took place with the trade from for Raiders getting rescinded. It's been a crazy day today. It's been a crazy day today. Yes, Curry's not even getting those type of numbers, bro, from 3-point land. What has happened? I have to rewatch this game. We are going to rewatch and react to this game. We're going to react to this game tomorrow. I'm going to pull it up. We're going to do a reaction video. I got to go back and watch this game. I got to see what happened this game, because at this point, you out there playing with a bunch of fifth graders at this point. Like, that is nuts, man. That is absolute nuts. I don't know what's going on with that. I'm already sitting here talking about what the Pistons is doing to Brooklyn, man, but yeah, that's historic, man. All right, let's oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, I had tweeted this out earlier. So bam, here, felt it. You know what I'm saying? Earlier. 30 points, man, at least by 30 points. When you look at the score right now, it's 130-94. I knew the Pistons was about to come and unleash hell against Brooklyn, bro. You got to. You have to, bro. That was the most embarrassing loss of the season. You have to put your foot on their neck and let them know that that was an anomaly. You caught us on a sluggish night. You got to go out there and be about business. It's no other way to respond to that, bro. He got 81? Oh, my God. He done tied Kobe, bro. Oh, they got to give him another shot. Let him break the record. How much time is left? It's a minute 25 left, bro. They gotta let him at least get another shot. $81 points. 81 points. That's insane. Matter of fact, let's go tweet that out right quick. Oh, what am I typing? Oh, they just not announcing it on TV. Yeah, he definitely gonna get it, man. If they I hope don't nobody hate, bro. I hope don't nobody hate. Let's go scroll Twitter right quick and see if yeah, that's insane work, bro. he definitely he just broke Twitter. That is insane work. What is going on in this league, bro? What is going on in this league? Never lost confidence. I never lost confidence either, man. You know, like I said, but it's my job. I gotta call out the Pistons when they playing like garbage. A lot of people get that misconstrued with me, man, especially Lions fans. When I call out when we doing boneheaded things or not doing things right, it don't mean that I hate the team or, I turned against the team. It's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I never, in any way, shape, or form faltered um with the Detroit Pistons. My thing is when we get into the playoffs is where my main concern is. Obviously because of we have our moments where we can't, score anything. But the problem hasn't been that. The problem's been the opposite of what you've seen tonight. The Pistons haven't been shooting the ball well. They haven't been shooting the ball well many a times this season. But the problem was they were playing terrible defense, bro. The effort was just not there. That last game before tonight, the effort was just not there, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it was a lot of one-on-one basketball going on. He got 83. He got 83. He got 83. Bam, bro. You got to chill, man. 83 points. 83 points. What are we doing, man? I wish I could show it live on here without getting flagged, but 81 points, bro. I mean, 83. I keep saying 81. 83. And it's still a minute left. Or is that it? Let me see. No, yeah, still a minute and 8 seconds left. Sit that man down. He broke the record, bro. Just sit him down, bro. Even though the percentage ain't gonna look the same, 83 points for a center is Wilt Chamberlain-esque, bro. That is Wilt Chamberlain-esque. That's why I want to watch the game so bad to get what that feeling was like. You know what I'm saying? For those people that did get to see Wilt put up 80, 100 points, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. That's incredible. That's an incredible feat. No matter how many 3-pointers he shot, that's incredible, man. That is incredible. But yeah, like I said, you had to be out there. You had to be out there playing against a bunch of these 5th graders. You out there with some elementary school kids, bro. Because at this point, like who's checking this man? Matter of fact, let's see who's playing center. Yeah, it's Alex Sarr. He got 28 points, man. But like you just, bro, you let somebody. He ain't fouled out, is he? Let me see before I even get to going on this boy. Nah. You just let somebody put 83 points on you. Oh, listen to me. Believe me when I say, before he get to the locker room, it's gonna be an agent at the end of the bench waiting on him, waiting on him with an IV hookup. I mean, waiting on him with a cup. Like, look, we gonna pull a curtain while you on the bench. You got to get drug tested, something, bro. What is going on? That is definitely gonna be a drug test worthy game. You thought Paul George got it? Yeah, okay. They probably stuck him with the needle at halftime. Like, yeah, we need some of your blood. What you got going on, bro? I wish this game would hurry up and end so I can, get to it. But this is nuts. I asked for 30. The Pistons gave him 40. So Pistons about to put up 140 on them. Well, maybe not since they holding the ball. And this is a more Pistons. This is a more Pistons balanced type of stat sheet here. Minus Tobias Harris. And yeah, pretty much it's balanced. Stu had a pretty rough night shooting the ball, but that's not what it's not what he out there for, really. Broke the record of Kobe Bryant. Congratulations to Bam Adebayo. That's insane. That is crazy work. But and see, I'm glad you just said that because that's the meter right now of how dangerous we are. When we play defense, plus Duncan's hitting his shots, we're dangerous. But when those two things are not a factor, it's a rough night for the Detroit Pistons. I don't care how many points Cade score. I don't care how many points Duren scores. If we don't have the defense, it's going to be a rough night. It's just going to be a rough night. That's just what it is. So, game is finally over. 138 to 100. Detroit Pistons torture the Brooklyn Nets in Brooklyn at home. There's my man Damo. What's good, bro? What's good, man? Yeah, man. 83 points, bro. 83 points. Appreciate the super chat, man. I'm in a loss for words, man. You know, I expected somebody to break that record, you know what I'm saying? But not out of all people, Bam Adebayo shooting that many threes. Yes, it's a crazy day for sports. I just said that earlier, Craig. It's been an insane day. First of all, I've never seen a trade in the NFL of that magnitude get rescinded like that. And then we look at the NBA, like man, it's been a crazy day in the sports world. It's been a crazy 2 days. Let's just say that. I can't wait to go live for the Detroit Lions this week, and break down free agency, man, because I know it's the crowd is split right now. But man, as far as the Pistons go, yeah, tonight was needed. It had to happen. So let's go ahead and break this game down. First and foremost, I know you guys seen the poll question. How am I personally feeling after tonight? I knew this was coming. I showed you guys the tweet on Twitter. I knew that the Pistons would regain themselves, especially in a game like this, to let them know that, hey, that'll never happen again. That's what you need. You don't want to see this team on a losing streak. You want to see them continue to win games and, stay in that first place. Um, and, like I said, for my prediction for 60 wins for the season, you know what I'm saying? That it sucks to see them go on a 4-game losing streak like that. Um, Especially when you felt like the schedule was flipping and becoming lighter. But you losing games against a Brooklyn team, and that was very, very disappointing, as a Pistons fan. So tonight was definitely necessary. It was needed. Pistons did what they needed to do. Cade was absolutely about his business tonight. He was not messing around whatsoever tonight. Cade had that look in his eyes, man. You know what I'm saying? He was all business out there. And, him and Duren took charge early. They took charge early, man. Cade had 15 assists tonight, on top of his 21 points. But yeah, they took charge early, man. Duren 26 points, man. And only 4 rebounds. That lets you know straight about business. 9 for 10 from the field, 8 for 10 from the free throw line. Straight business. And like I said, whatever you want to say and not, I know they be saying, athletes they stay away from social media and everything else, man. These players listen. They listen. The science be there sometimes. Sometimes you hear, people say certain stuff and you'll see the results of it in some games, or you'll notice some different things. You know what I'm saying? I remember in the past that I was talking about Jalen Duren needing to wear ankle braces on his ankle. I just kept saying, repeating it, right? Turn around, Jalen Duren started wearing ankle braces on his on his ankles. So they listen, bro. They hear you. If they're not watching, they got somebody in their camp watching, what the crowd is saying, what the fans are saying, what media is saying. And I consider YouTube media, obviously. But yeah, they listen. And the performance tonight from Jalen Duren defensively, hopefully he heard what some of us were saying, because I've been hearkening on that for the last couple of weeks. The inconsistency with the defensive efforts, and tonight, he definitely was a problem in the middle. Even though he only got 2 blocked shots, he still was swapping at a lot of shots and creating, tough shots for guys down there in the paint. And that's all we need you to be. We don't need you to, go out there and get 7 blocks a game. You ain't got to be, Dikembe Mutombo. We just need for Jalen Duren to be a body and a stop sign in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's coming out here. Nobody's uh uh driving to this lane comfortably. That's what we need. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you get when Isaiah Stewart, who's a smaller center, is in the game. So there's no excuse that I can't get that out of my all-star center. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, You know, he's still young. He's a very young player. You know, more and more effort to come over the years. This thing will get easier and easier for Duren, which is scary to say. But you know, hopefully one night I'll get to see Duren go out there and shoot a couple of 3 points. See, I know he's been trying to work him way, you know, out a little bit. He's been taking a couple of 15-footers here and there. What is this? I had to double check because okay, yeah. I seen Adam Schefter, Ian Rappaport say something, so I had to look right quick. But anyway, um, another unsung hero tonight. Ron Holland, bro. Ron Holland, bro. I mean, had them absolutely frustrated. Guys was, you know, coming at his neck literally, you know, trying to just trying to get something going. And one of the prime moments tonight was not only the fact that he got up and, you know, he took himself to the bench. He sat there, he breathed, you know, he took some deep breaths. Um, but Isaiah Stewart was out there calming thing. Isaiah Stewart calming things down is not something that you see too often. You know what I'm saying? So, but his defensive effort, his energy, man, was absolutely amazing tonight. Like I said, the stat sheet just doesn't show what certain guys do for us. Between him and Herter and Marcus Sasser tonight, man, those guys definitely came through for the Detroit Pistons. Like I said, Jenkins tonight, 14 points. That's much better for him. He's been struggling. Uh, but yeah, for 22 minutes, 14 points, 5 for 5 from the free throw line. I'll take that. You know what I'm saying? I'll take that. It's been pretty rough for Dennis Jenkins, man. And to see, you know, guys like Herter get an opportunity to get in a game, even though he didn't play and put up these crazy numbers on the defensive end, he was definitely making some efforts out there that we definitely needed. Green, 8 points tonight. Like I said, the 16 points from Holland and the 14 from Sasser were big time from the Sasser, 4 for 5 from the 3-point line. That's huge for us, man. Whenever he's knocking down some shots, also that's going to be a great night because, like I said, we need the second shooter. We need somebody else besides Duncan Robinson to go out there and knock down some shots. But Duncan going 3 for 3 tonight, 6 for 6 overall. And field goals, man, it's going to be very, very hard to keep up with the Detroit Pistons, especially when they bring in a defense like they did tonight. That was excellent to see from them. But we got to keep this thing going. We got to keep this thing going. When you look at who we facing next, we have the 76ers next, and that is a home game. We got 2 home games between them and the Sixers the Grizzlies on Friday. So, like I said, the Pistons got to keep it going. You know, you got a back-to-back right there at home. Take care of business against both of those squads. Get back on the winning side of things. Streak. Keep that first place position. Who we going to end up playing? I know a lot of people are nervous about going up against a Hornets team. If we go up to against the Hornets, man, we going to give them the business, bro. We going to give them the business. They're not an easy team, you know what I'm saying, to deal with when the shots are falling. But one thing that they are not a tough team, bro. They are not a tough team. They ready to fight when you push them. Obviously, right? Our defense, when we're in our game, is next level. It's next level when we're in our game defensively. It's next level. It's going to be hard for the Hornets to beat a Detroit Pistons team for 4 games in a playoff series. So, you know, the Hornets, if that's who we end up going against, that's not my concern. I'm keeping a close watch on the Celtics. You guys let me know in the comments. I think I heard something about Vucevic and fracturing his hand or something like that. So he may miss some time. I mean, keeping an eye on that. Plus, with the Jason, Tatum return, we'll see how that progresses for the rest of the season. But like I said, teams like that, Cleveland, those are going to be some of the tougher teams that we got to deal with, man. What's going on, my man William? Appreciate the super chat, William. What up, King? Super happy we signed Edge help. Yeah. Yeah, man. Like I said, I listen. When I go live for the Detroit Pistons, Detroit Lions, man. Like I said, I'm gonna break all of that down. What we did, and like I said, some of the under radar things that they did for the Detroit Lions when we do that live stream. That's probably gonna be Thursday, so we'll see. But as far as the Pistons go, it's just the playoffs is a different animal. And I feel like with us, we got to run and gun. We got to push the ball. If you guys were watching the game tonight, you heard JB Bickerstaff through the TV telling them, hurry up, run, 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 run. Why? Because the way that the Detroit Pistons are structured offensively, if you lock down on Cade, you sending 2 or 3 guys at him, or you taking away the middle from him. The only thing that you got to really worry about is dunking, because Tobias Harris is not a guy that's going to beat you off the dribble. He's not fast. You know what I'm saying? So the legs are old now. Duren is sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes he's a force on the offense, sometimes he's not. It depends on who he's going against. And when you look at a team like Cleveland, you got Twin Towers you got to deal with down there. So like I said, it's the matchup in the playoffs that concern me, but you want to push the ball if you're the Pistons, because you don't want to give the defense the opportunity to set up. And that was one of the biggest mistakes that we were making going against the Spurs. We kept allowing them to set up. We weren't using our defense to set up the offense, because when you allow Wemby to get in the middle, it's going to be a problem. It's definitely going to be a problem, man. So, yeah, keep pushing the ball. I love that JB was, getting that established today. It helped the Pistons out a lot, man. But when we run and gun off of defensive plays, when we get the ball up the court in a hurry, before the defense get a chance to set up, it's easier for guys like Cade to strike. It's easier for guys like Ron Holland to use his athleticism. It's easier for us to score, or get some free throw attempts that way. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta use your defense and help your offense out, by being solid out there. That's what the Detroit Pistons have to do. So, what up, King? Glad to see you again. Yeah. Hey, man, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate everybody that's in here. I know you guys, you not used to seeing me live. I haven't been live for a while. But we are definitely changing that from today going forward. I got everything set up, everything that I need now. We're gonna be going live. As far as doing live, game watches and things like that, I can do that now because I pretty much know what the Detroit Pistons are. It's probably those games, those big, huge games that I probably won't come on here and stream during the game, like the OKCs of the world, because I'm so locked in. I wouldn't be able to engage with you guys. But yeah, we definitely gonna do some live watching too. We're gonna do some live watching, but sometimes I'm just in it, bro. I'm in it. You know what I'm saying? When I'm in it, bro. I'm watching everything on the court. I'm watching the back end. I'm watching everything. I'm watching what you're doing on defense. Like I said, I'm not a person that's a statistician. I don't just look to the stats to give me what I need. I got to see everything out there. I am in full blown coach mode when I'm watching the Detroit Pistons or any sports per se. Appreciate it again, William. Pistons worry me a little bit, just given the night. Well, so like I said, in order to overcome the bad performances in shooting, the Pistons have to be, just drop dead. Defensive juggernauts, bro. That's the only way that they win these games, when they're having the off dunking nights. You know what I'm saying? The nights where they double team in Cade, or the nights where Duren is in foul trouble. Our defense has to be, just we have to blow them out the box on the defensive side of the ball. That is the only way that we not number one, keep them from scoring, but we create scoring for ourselves. It creates fast break situations. It creates chances for the Detroit Pistons to get the ball up a little bit faster and have a chance. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we do obviously have a problem with not being able to score the basketball in stretches, or against certain teams. More Western Conference type of teams though that we struggle with, and that's simply because of how they structure. When you look at the Eastern Conference are more traditional NBA, multiple bigs out there, pick and rolls and things like that. When you look at the Western Conference teams, the Spurs, OKC, even though they got Wemby, with the Spurs, they spread everything out. It is literally drive and kick for them. I mean, guys are just spread it around the 3-point line. And that's one of the things that does, it frustrate me with the Detroit Pistons because it's not hard. You know what I'm saying? It's stop double teaming everybody and treating everybody like they're Anthony Edwards, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, stand your ground, move your feet. That helps everybody else. You know what I'm saying? If you got guys sinking into the paint, they're going to kill you from 3-point land all game long. That's what Brooklyn did to us when we lost to Brooklyn. If y'all was watching, that's what they did. That's what they did. If the Pistons allow a team to manipulate them like that, they're going to lose games. So we can't let that happen. We cannot let that happen, man. Appreciate it, William, for the super chat once again. What went wrong? Well, I just got done explaining it against the Spurs, man. That's what it was. That's exactly what it was with man. It was like I said, we sinking, you know what I'm saying? This guy, you don't even know who this guy is. And we sinking like this dude Kobe Bryant or something. Like, what are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? What do we do here? No, whoever's defending him, move your damn feet, move your feet and defend your man. You know what I'm saying? Stop getting Duren in foul trouble. Stop just I mean, it's up to the guards. It's up to the perimeter guys. It's up to them to make the night a lot easier for the back end. Now, Tobias Harris is not no help side defender at all. He's pretty much not even a defender himself, period. But help side, that's forget that. When young Tobias was here, for those who've been following me for a young time, when young Tobias was here, I complained all the time because he would never help Dre out, bro. Like, where is the help side defense? That's not his forte. That is not what he do. And now that he got old knees and legs, oh, you can forget about it. You forget Duren is out there on his own. This is why, if y'all can remember in the beginning of the season, this is why I said I would like to see Stu and Duren against certain teams. Situational basketball. When I said that, situational basketball, even with the Asar situation, sometimes Asar can't be on the court. You know what I'm saying? Because is what he gives us defensively. Sometimes he's so bad on the offense. It's like we're playing 4-on-5 out there. And sometimes I just feel like matchup based, I think I need to see Stu and Duren. When we going up against a Mobley and Allen, when we going up against these twin tower built teams, I think that's where we need to start seeing Stu and Duren at moments, bro. To where you gonna have to stagger with Tobias Harris. Stu got to come in earlier. Whatever you want to do, he don't necessarily have to start, but we have to see that. We got to see it. What's going on, Marv? What's good, Marvin? But we got to see that. That's what we have to see. When we going up against Cleveland, that's what we got to see. When we going up against a Celtics team, we don't need to see that. Celtics are not a large team, but some of the teams that we face, they're large teams, man. That's just what it is. So I'm probably sure teams are popping in that Spurs tape. You know what I'm saying? And saying, what do they do against the Pistons? Let's try that. You know what I'm saying? We have to be smarter than that, bro. We got to make ourselves a little bit more tougher to defend because the Pistons become really, really easy to defend when we do some of the things that we've done over these last couple of weeks. We have to, yes. Oh my God. Marv, you coming in here and you striking. Shout out to my father-in-law, man. Me and my pops, man, we was talking about this on the phone. And yeah, B-Ball Paul gotta be more involved. I had put a lineup out there on Twitter. And in this lineup, and let me explain it first and foremost. The lineup was Cade, Duncan, Tobias, Stu, Duren. The second unit was Sasser, Herder, Ron Holland, Green, and B-Ball Paul. And this lineup is not a every game lineup, but this lineup is when we go against the trees. This is the lineup that I want to see when we go against the trees. And here's why I say that. Obviously, B-Ball Paul is good enough to handle himself with the second unit out there. But here's the thing. When you got the Twin Towers out there and you got Tobias Harris out there, the Pistons become larger. We can deal with these teams. You know what I'm saying? For what Tobias Harris is, he lacks on defense. Him playing a three going against a smaller guy at the three most likely is an advantage for him. So it gives us a little bit of boost offensively because you're not getting no defense from him no matter where he play 1 through 5. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? What's good, E? That's E Vinny, man. That's E Vinny right there. What y'all got to understand is with Tobias Harris on defense, he's not giving you anything. I don't care who he's defending. He's just not that guy no more. So against a Cleveland team, Isaiah Stewart, Duren, that's a great matchup to go against a Mobley and Allen, scenario. Tobias takes his advantage on the offensive end. That helps us out a lot. You know what I'm saying? So that's where that lineup comes from. And then the reason why I went with Sass, because I was in the business of, hey, man, Sass need to get the minutes. You know what I'm saying? Because before tonight, Dennis Jenkins has been struggling. Let's just be honest with it. I wanted to see Sass out there and get an opportunity. Tonight, he took advantage of it. 14 points, 4 for 5 from 3. You know what I'm saying? He needs to be the other punch. If you're not going to give me in the situation that we've seen over these last couple of games, if I can't get Chaz Lanier out there, at least for long enough for him to try to even get himself into a rhythm, give me Sass, bro. Give me Sass. Somebody got to knock down some threes. If Herder and Dennis Jenkins are not providing that, somebody on that second unit has to score. Ron works hard for his points. Ron attacks the basket. Usually it's and ones for Ron. And he shoots the three sometimes and he knocks them down sometimes. And when he does, that's a great night for the Pistons. But he ain't the scorer. You know what I'm saying? That Sasser is. So give me Sasser. B-Ball Paul, he can do it all. You know what I'm saying? Bars. He can do it all. You know what I'm saying? Paul can give you some points. He can play some defense. I mean, that's just what it is. That's why I gave that lineup. But on Twitter, you got to put everything on Twitter with a bouncing ball so people can understand where you're coming from. So I probably should have put on there that this is not a every game lineup. I should have said that this is when we go against larger teams. What's going on, Daryl, my guy? Listen, man, I don't know. Mix it up. Mix it up. Don't keep trying to go at it with the same thing. I was glad to see Sasser out there on the court today. And guess what Sasser did? Sasser getting the opportunity in those minutes, it motivated somebody. It motivated Dennis Jenkins to get out of his head because a lot of it is not only the fact that teams are defending him now, like I've told y'all before, but most of it is him in his own head. You know what I'm saying? Pressing at times, trying to do too much, late in the shot clock. You're not paying attention to the shot clock, things like that. Technical thing. This is how, I see things when I watch the game. You're taking a bad shot in the last 5 seconds. You know what I'm saying? So those type of things is what you need to get better at. You know what I'm saying? You got to realize, hey, how much time is on the shot clock? We need to get something flowing. If you got the basketball in your hand, I need you to be directing traffic out there. That's another thing I would like to see from our guards. Be a little bit more vocal. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, boy, I done talked up a storm. Boy, But yeah, we still got a nice little stretch. We still got plenty of time this season. Um, finishing out the season to get ourselves in the right groove again and get prepared for the playoffs. Um, it's going, like I said, it's going to be an interesting playoff, uh, series for the Detroit Pistons going up against whoever in that first round to see the progression. You know, and this is where Trajan Langdon elected not to go with the option of bringing somebody in here. Whether I think it was wrong or not, which I do. Um, this is why he elected to do that because he wants to see, hey, let's go out and win the playoff series first. Me, I'm in the camp of I don't care about winning the playoff series. If you had a chance to go for it. Especially while guys like Halliburton is down, Jason Tatum is down. I don't want to do it when they come back. You know what I'm saying? And it'd be our first ride at it. So it is what it is. But we on the opposite ends, but I respect his decision. And I'm not saying his decision was totally wrong. He's the GM. You know what I'm saying? I understand it. I get it. We're not pushing the timeline forward. So fine. But yeah, that's pretty much where I've been with it. Uh, yeah, I was talking about that earlier, man. Bam with the 83 points. Um, that's insane. You know what I'm saying? And it's the reason why I want to do a reaction video to it to authentically react. I don't even want to go. I'm not gonna go watch no highlights tonight. I want to authentically react to this because you got to realize it was a point in the NBA where um Wilt Chamberlain played. And this man was giving you 80 or possibly 100 points, what I'm saying, on the regular, according to history. So I want to see what that looks like from a center position. I want to see these 22 jumpers are probably going to drive me crazy. 22, okay, I'm tongue tied, bro. 22 3-pointers from your center is craziness. It's insanity, bro. It's insanity. Like what? You had 22 attempts where? At the 3-point line. As a coach, I'm like, what's happening? You know what I'm saying? What are we doing? That's amazing. That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. Imagine Jalen Duren did something like that. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? You see how we reacted when Sadiq Bey gave us a 50-point game. Could you imagine Jalen Duren? Yeah, I know he only made 7, but could you imagine Jalen Duren scoring 83 points? What that would do to the city of Detroit? Could you imagine that? Wow. Yeah, that's what I said. 7 for 22 was insane. I don't know if he shot another one or not. You know what I'm saying? I haven't looked from that time when I first came in here and I caught wind of it. What's going on, Owen? But yeah, that's insane, bro. That's insane. Matter of fact, let's take a look around the league, man. While I still got ESPN up, I'll share the screen with you guys. Take a look at a few of these scores around the league. Oh, shut up, ESPN. They be killing me with these ads. That's why I said that when we first went to ESPN. I hate ESPN. All right, here we go. Bulls and Warriors still going on. Kings. Let's look at the box scores. It's a specific player that's playing for the
American Idol
Kings right
can
now.
change my life, and
Oh my
I'm
God!
ready for
Shut
it.
up. 6 minutes, 3 points. Yeah, 1 for 4, 1 for 2 from 3-point land. Killian over there with Sacramento. He's been getting back-to-back 10-day contracts over there. But one of the notable things for him is the amount of assists that I think the last time I seen it, he had 20 assists and 1 turnover. Like I said, I've been let go to the scoring thing, man. But if you want to, you know what I'm saying, if you're tanking over there with the Kings, he's the tank commander for you. um, Lakers and Timberwolves. I probably end up watching the Lakers and Timberwolves. That's on Peacock. Yeah, I'm gonna probably watch that. Y'all don't know personally, Anthony Edwards is, uh, between him and Cade, those are my two favorite players in the entire NBA right now. But he's averaging 29 points right now. Um, the Grizzlies, we getting ready to beat the snot out the Grizzlies when they get here Friday. But yeah, the Sixers just put up 140 on them, all just about. Like I said, 139. Yeah, that's crazy, man. 150. It's a lot of high scoring games tonight, man. People don't want to play no defense. What's going on? Yeah, Hawks beat the Mavs. Raptors lost. I feel bad for Giannis over there wasting his time, man. They not gonna put the right people around him. He should have got out of here when he got a chance. Spurs lost tonight. Yes, it's great news. I wish those bums New York played tonight. But yeah, that's around the league. So yeah, that sucks. But anyway, why is they replaying this? Let me this. I already interviewed him. Go back and see what coach said for the Detroit Pistons, but that's pretty much it, man. That was a quick hour. It don't even feel like I've been on here for an hour. Maxie, George, and they'll be out against us. Well, that's a blowout. I don't think the Pistons want to get back on the wrong side of things again, bro. I think we're gonna see some consistent effort from the Pistons, bro. Listen, listen. Showing up for his girlfriend. I think that's so dope, man. They got such a great relationship. I really do. I think that's dope. I think that's dope between them. That is really dope. I hope they, get to the point to where they actually get married and things like that. It's a great couple. Great power couple right there. Two big ass human beings. Those kids would be insane. Especially after Pops just gave you 83, man. That those kids would be insane. But yeah. What's going on, Tommy? Um, so before I get off of here, y'all got anything, man, y'all want from me? I'm not live too often. I usually, obviously, y'all all know I see y'all in the comments of my videos, but we done pretty much hit on everything. But y'all got anything for me before we get off of here? Everybody comment on that tweet. Everybody comment on that tweet. You wanted 30, they gave you 38. Yes, sir. Where I'm gonna be for the draft? I'm gonna be here every single year. Every single year, man. NBA draft, except when we drafted Cade. That was the exception. But every single year, I'm here doing a live draft party, man, for the Detroit Pistons. Even though we don't pick high no more, which is great to say. Oh, that was a stressful decade of making picks for the Detroit Pistons, man. And to say that we don't pick high no more is great. It feels really, really good. Who we lose to in the next five, man? Let's take a quick look and see. Uh, as far as our schedule, who do we lose to in our next five games? That is a really, really good question. Huh? Who do I see possibly? Yeah, I don't think the Pistons lose in their next five. I don't think they lose in their. This is interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The biggest threat that I see in probably the next 10 games is the Timberwolves, and that's way on the 28th. But here's our next 5 games, right? 76ers, obviously they're going to have some guys out. The Grizzlies, we know what's going on over there. The Raptors, they don't beat the Detroit Pistons. Then we got the Wizards twice. So yeah, in the next 5 games, I don't think we lose to nobody. And then after that, you got the Warriors, the Lakers, the Hawks, the Pelicans. And then you get to the Timberwolves and OKC. And those two are both on the road. So yeah, until we get, down between the 28th and the 30th, I don't think the Detroit Pistons, they shouldn't lose a game. Not like I said, we do get uncharacteristic sometimes, but yeah, we shouldn't lose a game. And those back-to-back Wizards games are both in Washington. Hopefully we can get Duren to put up 90. Um, Lakers and the Warriors are here at home. So, yeah. But when it comes to the Timberwolves and the Thunder, those 2 games are on the road. Those are going to be some tough games. That's where I think we possibly could lose a game. So, very interesting. Like I said, the second part of this schedule, it lightens up a lot. And the Fisher finishing out in April, you got the Timberwolves again, but then you got the Sixers, Magic, Bucks, Hornets, Pacers. You know what I'm saying? So I think the Pistons can definitely get some good streaks going in between those final games of the season. So it's gonna be very interesting, man. We just gave up person. Yeah, right. See, this is what I'm talking about, bro. This is what I'm talking about. This is why I miss being on live. This type of shenanigans right here. You know what I'm saying? He just want to get the reaction out of me. I'm not even giving it to you. I done gave you too much now. Cut it out, man. Cut it out. Do you know my phone would be a jumping jack if we ever did anything close to that. First of all, Crosby is not even demanding a first round pick anymore. Oh, man, of course, you're welcome, Shannon. But yeah, just the shenanigans, man. It's not funny either. The shenanigans. Would you rather play Miami, Charlotte? So here's a question I see a lot. Who would I rather play in the first round? Me personally, obviously, the answer is Atlanta. But if we play Charlotte, I'm fine. I'm fine with that. I don't even when it comes to Miami, and especially last time we just our recent memory, they're the team I probably want to play the least. It's Miami. Why? Because they got Mr. 83 points over there. And he can match Duren's energy. But the way that they beat us, I didn't like that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like what I saw from the Pistons. And most of it, they the effort wasn't there. But definitely don't want to see Miami, man. We're not gonna face them again for the rest of the season either. So yeah, I wouldn't want to see that. It's not a team that like I say, we're too familiar with in this latter part of the season. And the one instance that we've seen them, they kicked our ass. So it's yeah. Give me Charlotte, give me Atlanta any day in a 4-game series against the Pistons any day. I'll take that. Charlotte has been throwing it down until they run into us. Until they run into us, man. It's just like New York. New York was hot, and then the Pistons hornswoggled them. You know what I'm saying? So, and here's the problem: Charlotte and New York are the same. When you get up in their face, they don't like it. When you get up in their face, they don't like it. And that's the thing with those teams. They're not a team that's tough, hard as nails. They're not going to beat you defensively. They don't like playing against teams like the Pistons. So I'll take Charlotte. What do you want second round? Cavs. Of course, the Knicks. I don't even want to see the Cavs, bro. Like, dog, I get so frustrated when we go against the Cavs, man. I feel like we have our worst night every night we go against the Cavs. It's like some type of curse. You know what I'm saying? It's like I hate the Cavs, bro. I really do. And you know the foul baiting Harden over there, and boy. Like I said, if we go against the Cavs, I need to see that lineup that I was talking about earlier. I need us to go big against them, bro. I get tired of getting out bigged against the Cavs, bro. Something got to change. Something got to change. You think the Hawks would be a major Pistons for us? A major problem for the Pistons? Huh? How so? I know, last time we seen them, yeah, I know Jalen's a dog over there. You know what I'm saying? But man, who did we put on? Did we put a SAR on him last time? I don't know. They I don't know, man. I will look a little bit farther into that one. But last time we played them, I don't remember us having issues with them. But that was before the trade deadline, wasn't it? Yeah, I gotta look into that, King Yehuda. I gotta look into that one. Of course they extra motivated, man. And you would think the Pistons would be extra motivated against the Cavs because of what they said. You know what I'm saying? When you got those guys in the interview saying that the Pistons are not on their level, if we go against them, it's going to be a bloodbath. It's going to be a bloodbath, man. So let me look at a couple of these matchups right quick before we get out of here. Um. All right. So I mean, last time, I mean, obviously we played the Cavs twice within a week. We won one, we lost one. But here's the thing: they both were close games. That's why I don't want to go against the Cavs, bro. They both were close games. Last time we seen the Hawks, oh my god. Okay, last time we seen the Hawks was way back in December, and we beat the Hawks 142 to 115. That night, Jalen Johnson was 7 for 19, 1 for 6 from 3-point land, had 19 points. Pretty much everybody else on that team, besides Alexander Walker, um, well, I mean, Daniels did. He had a pretty good game too, but yeah, the Pistons blew them out of the water. Let's see what we did. Cade only had 15 points that night. He played 22 minutes. Um, yeah, it was a balanced game. 12 from Thompson, 14 from Duren, 15 from Cade, 15 from Duncan, 12 from Holland, 10 from Karis LeVert, 17 from Isaiah Stewart, 9 from Green, 10 from Jaden Ivey. Yeah. Um, but that was pre-deadline. So, like I said, we just haven't seen the Hawks, man. We haven't the Miami Heat and the Hawks. We just have not seen enough of. Yeah. So I don't know, man. It'll be interesting. Me personally, I just feel like whoever you put in front of the Pistons, man, they're gonna get our best. So it is what it is at this point. Just bring it, bro. Bring it. That's just what it is. Bring it, bro. You know what I'm saying? We first in the East. I just don't want the Pistons to go out there and make a fool of themselves in the first round. I got the Pistons competing for um competing for the conference finals this year. I don't know if we make the conference finals simply because of what we lack. I was expecting, us to do something in the deadline. I was expecting a possibility of Beasley returning. Um, None of those things happened. So I got them competing for a conference finals. Now, if we make one, that'll be very, very interesting. But that's where I got them going this season is competing for a conference championship. At first I was talking finals in the East, but we just didn't do enough. We didn't do enough. And these teams, they went out and got better. Like I said, Cleveland, they took the opportunity and said, hey, man, it's wide open over here. We're going to take a shot. And obviously, it's been paying dividends for them. The only question mark for the Cleveland Cavaliers is the same one that we have every single year. Can they stay healthy? Can they stay healthy? That's always the question with them. Yeah. 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 And like I said, I can get with, his angle on that, man. But for me, when you got an opportunity like this one this season and you got the assets that you have, we don't need picks. We don't need first round picks no more. Those days are done for the Pistons. Um, yeah, you take it without a Halliburton. And at that point, without a Jason Tatum, you take it. Whether you're ahead of schedule or not, you make sure that you can get the job done when you have that type of season in front of you. So that's me personally. But, like I said, he went that route. That's fine. It is what it is. So be it. So be it, man. But I'm going to go ahead on and get out of here. I appreciate y'all guys for coming in here and kicking it with me for a nice hour. I'm going to go in and check out this Lakers and Timberwolves game, but we are going to react to that performance. We're going to pull up those highlights and react to them and see what actually happened in that Miami game. It's going to be tough for me not to go back and watch tonight, but I'm going to try to save that for you guys. So with that said, man, I appreciate you guys for coming into this live stream. This is more of a laid back type of live stream. This is not a show, per se, but yeah, anytime y'all come in, I enjoy it. Shout out to my guy Marvin. I don't know what's wrong with him. Who raised you? Who raised you? With that said, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.